What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. Allow me to bring to you the next great controversy in sports cards. Panini has announced Select Football 2021. Now you might be saying, well, that's nothing new. You know, they're way behind on stuff. Select's finally coming out. Cool. Well, what are they doing different this time? Select, for anyone that may or may not be aware, typically has redemptions for XRCs. What are those, you might ask? They're redemptions for, you would open it up and it would say like QB1. So you would send that in and then you would get a card, an XRC, for the quarterback drafted in the following year's draft. Now, normally this would be a cool little chase thing or whatever. You pull QB1 and then you'd watch the draft to see who you ended up getting, or wide receiver 3 or whatever it is. Well, now that delays and everything else has happened and everything's so pushed back, we know who QB1 is, wide receiver 1 is, running back 1 is, so on and so forth. What they have decided to do is XRCs, let me find the exact, here we go. Right here. XRCs will be live in 2021 hobby product this year. So, hobby boxes only. It says they're about 3 per case. XRCs will be live cards, not redemptions in this year's product. So in 2021 Select, not only can you pull Zach Wilson, you can also pull Kenny Pickett. Victor, the rookie card specialist, is probably having a heart attack right now. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he is a fellow content creator that does a lot of rookie card stuff, the bylaws of rookie cards, etc. Go check out his channel if you've never seen it. So essentially, there are 2 rookie classes in Select 2021. Maybe we're splitting hairs here. I really don't know. XRCs are cool. I've never ran around and chased them or anything like that. I've never owned one. I've never hunted one down. They do tend to sell for a pretty large premium. So what is everyone's thoughts on this with XRCs now being live? So not only are you pulling 2021 rookies, you have the chance to hit some 2022 rookies as well, 3 per case. So essentially they'll be extremely rare. And really this is all a byproduct of massive delays. 2021 Select should have came out months ago, but because it's gotten pushed so much, I think they saw an opportunity here to slip these into the box. Now, the 2022 NFL draft class, from a card perspective, kind of sucks. There's no real good QB chase. There's no big running back, wide receiver, etc. Those guys don't usually drive the market like QBs do. QBs, whether we all like it or not, drive the football market. So here we go. Let's slide some XRCs into 2021 Select. Hobby boxes only. No word on a retail release. I assume we are going to get a retail release for Select. XRCs will not be part of that. They will be hobby boxes only. Very, very intriguing. I honestly don't know how I feel about this. Like I said, I am not a big XRC guy, but I am sure there are people losing their mind over the sanctity of the rookie card, because essentially this is now a double rookie product. I don't know, where do you draw the line between an XRC and a true rookie card? In the past, I think it used to be the redemption factor of, when you opened it, you didn't know exactly what player you were getting. You were getting a redemption for a slot in the draft, essentially. And now you're actually going to pull that player's card. Wild times for 2021 Select and Panini. Like I said, I don't really have a dog in this race. I think it's kind of weird, personally. They should have just, I guess if you have the cards printed already, why bother making it a redemption? We all know who the players are and where they were drafted. This just all gets back into the root cause of all this. is their production delays are so far backed up, it opened the door for them to even think about doing this. Because normally you would never be able to do this. Normally the XRC redemptions would be in packs long before the NFL draft even happened. That's typically how it works. In my opinion, Select used to be a premier product. It was, I think, one of the best products released every year. And then they frankly straight out ruined it. Ruined it by giving it a retail release. You know, we talked about this to death on the channel when this was first announced, that them making Select retail was absolutely going to ruin the product, and it did. It 100% did. It made current Select really not that big of a deal, and it tanked older versions of Select pretty hard. Really, the only thing that kind of hang on is some field level stuff and court sides on the NBA side of things. But if you want to watch, if you want to see how to ruin a case study and how to ruin a product or a brand, a sub brand underneath, you know, your parent brand, in this case Panini and Select, textbook case with what Panini has done with Select the last couple of years. When it was a hobby only product, it was very prestigious. It was kind of the everyman's hobby product, and what I mean by that, it wasn't, you know, you have your NT and your Flawlesses, etc. Those are $10,000, $15,000 a box. Select was hobby only, but I'm going to say reasonably affordable. It really wasn't. It was still expensive, but you could get a box of Select for, I don't remember, $800 to $1,500, depending on, you know, what year you're talking about and when the prices went nutty, and feel like you were getting something cool and special. You get that box, rip it. There was cool autographs in there. You'd have the field level chases, all the different variations and colors and die cuts and the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of really fun rips and pulls from Select. And then they had to go ahead and print it into the ground. The printers, you know, not the money machine. Well, the money machine did too, but the money machine and the printers went burr on this one until they just wore out. There was just smoke coming out of them. And they were just like, please, can we stop printing? And they said, nope. Keep them going. Blaster boxes everywhere, cello packs, mega boxes, the whole 9 yards. Print it all. We want all of it. And they really completely just destroyed the product. And now, you know, they're kind of taking a weird step with it, with XRCs being live. Like I said, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't necessarily love it, but I don't know that it makes sense to put the redemption card in there when you're this far late on the product, to be honest with you. And XRCs are going to be in there. So I guess I kind of see their logic with it. It's just going to be weird. If this was actually a good rookie class, could you imagine if the 2022 class was actually like loaded with QBs, and all of a sudden you had the 2021 class, which has a ton of QBs in it, and the 2022 class, if it was loaded with quarterbacks, how wild of a product this would have been at the hobby level. Because then you would have had a chance to pull the 2021 class QBs and a loaded 2022 class. Now, we don't have that because the 2022 class is pretty weak in the grand scheme of things, but very curious for your thoughts and comments down below on this one. What do we think? A double rookie class weirdness XRC thing? I know a lot of people take this rookie, like the whole rookie shield logo thing, very seriously, and I get it. It's one of the core foundations of the entire sports card world. So how do we feel about this one? Like I said, I could kind of see both sides of the fence here. I don't know that I like it, but I don't know that I see a great solution otherwise, because they were so far behind on getting this product out the door. It kind of made this whole situation weird. So very curious for your thoughts and comments down below. Catch you guys and girls on the next one. Peace.